chill and vibe. Baby girl, keep it real, don't lie. She said she 21, I said alright. If we gon' be going to your mind, I just wanna chill and vibe. 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 Baby, turn up. You know who the girl turn up. Turn up. Go turn up. Soon as baby turn up, you know who the girl turn up. Go turn up. Soon as baby turn up, you know who the girl turn up. Go turn up. Soon as baby turn up, you know who the girl turn up. Let's start the show. Only good vibes. Only good vibes. Let's start the show. Come on, Mom. Only good vibes. Turn up. Hold on. Give it to me.
You're now tuned in to Sipping in Conversation with Buddha and Baby.
Turn up. What's good, Sippers? This is your boy Buddha. And over there is the lovely
Baby.
And we coming to you again with another ride rendition of Sipping in Conversations. What you laughing for? Live. Listen, you supposed to be professional in this thing.
I am.
Hold on, baby. So, baby, how was your day?
I had a wonderful day. It's a great day to be great. How was your day?
They got the butter from the dove today. But at least, luckily for me, I wasn't alone this time.
Okay.
And I ain't had to go in at God's hour. God's hour is after the devil's hour. The devil's hour is at 3 o'clock. So God's hour is at 4. Amen. Because you got to repent for all that shitty shit you done did. I thought of.
Is that what you call it?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man. So, Sippers. Hello. Welcome, new Sippers. Welcome back, old. Like he said, you are now tuned in to Sipping in Conversation with Buddha and Baby. And we'd like to thank you for tuning in. Oh, man, you don't know how geeked up I be every time I see people logging in.
Okay.
And, you know, just coming through, shout outs to us and all that. So, for all of the new sippers that have joined us, tell us what you're sipping on.
What? Say that one more time.
What?
Give me a little more. Give me a little more passion.
I'm good. This. Let me do me. Okay? Let me live. Now, like I said, I said what I said.
Oh yeah.
For all of the new sippers, drop it down low. What you are sipping on, yeah? Okay. So today, baby is taking it very easy because, unfortunately, she still has work to do.
What?
Yes, she got to work after the show. But we're gonna be great. I'm great, and everybody's great, right? That's what we is. We is, right? Okay. So, Sir Buddha, what are you sipping on?
Well, what am I sipping on? I'm sipping on a little something I like to call the Buddha Special.
Okay.
Now, I just made this name up because I'm always drinking it most of the time. You know what I'm saying? It is Mare's rum mixed in with some ginger ale and a little lime juice.
All right. Okay.
That's where I'm at.
You got a whole lot of it. This got, see these right here? It got measuring. Okay.
Listen, you just told me let me be great, so I'm gonna be great too.
Nah, I'm just saying. Look at what he got.
This is what I do. Hold on. First of all, are you really bringing attention to my drink that everybody see every week?
No, but see you. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Buddha, he is on a new lifestyle change, and I'm sure.
You snitching?
I'm sure
you snitching?
when I told him that he need to feed himself, he was like, yeah. And went and got the most inappropriate something to eat because he can't eat after a certain time. He's doing the intermittent fasting. Yeah, I'm telling him because my baby getting fine, y'all. I'm just saying. Okay, enough of that. So for him to come with all the rest of these calories.
You know what that did? Let me tell you. I've been saving up all day for this drink. You understand what I'm saying? I had a little bit of steak and some bread and a red velvet cake.
Another one of these that I will be smacking on the show.
But that's all. I had that at like 11:30.
Mm-hmm. You know you're supposed to be eating more than that.
But then I had some French fries. But that was at 5.
But then when she said eat, I had some. Okay, very good. So sippers, what y'all sipping on?
What y'all sipping on? Let me know.
Jump on in. You know what we did last week. You know we had the whole panel going on. You know what I mean, because we are now trying to incite positiveness and positive affirmations with regards to the world's chaos, you know, instead of there being I can't breathe, let's start saying I can breathe, you know, I can be great, there is justice, there is peace, you know, just change it up a little bit. Does it make a difference? Eventually the same, you know, but if the masses keep saying, putting all this negative energy in the atmosphere, I don't know how that's going to pan out either. So we know what it is to put negative energy out there. So how about let's find out what it is to put positive energy out there. And besides that, what's the follow-up to everything? And that was some of the things that we talked about, follow-up and preventions. You know, how do we nip this in the bud up front, or at least bring awareness early on? And again, what can we do moving forward and when the smoke clears, you know, because will there be another George Floyd? Will there be, you know, another Trayvon? You know, will there be another Sandra? Will there be another this, that, you know? When will it end? And, you know, unfortunately for many of us, it probably won't be in our lifetime, you know. But I do know that in this lifetime, I want to live. I don't want to just survive. Okay?
Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit to that.
Carry on, Maestro.
So, you know, as she's well said, baby, well said. But as I'm thinking about this thing, and I said on the show last week about how can people take us seriously when we out there acting the monkey ourselves. So we out here, we're marching, we're protesting, we're doing all the necessary steps to get the movement that we want to get the progress that we want to get, correct? Mm-hmm. That's why we're doing these things. But every time I turn around, we killing each other. So if we're going to be out here talking about Black Lives Matter, no justice, no peace. Mm-hmm. What about policing up our own shit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's real out here. You telling somebody else to govern us and we can't even govern us. Mm-hmm. So my output, my outlook on this is, if we're going to march and say Black Lives Matter, let it mean something amongst the black people to black people. No, let's not just look at the law or the legislators to make this change with our own community when we got the ability to make the change as well. I'm not going to say not hold them accountable, but let's hold ourselves accountable as well to one another. That's all I want. That's really all I got to say about that.
Right.
Is that the movement is great, the vibe is great. What should we do after the protest? That's really what we kind of was talking about on on last week. But I'm saying this for real from the heart. We got to really feel what we're saying and not just saying it to the police officer or people that need the powers that be. We got to take it seriously in our own communities as far as black on black crimes. If you want somebody to take you seriously, then you need to act accordingly. Because they ain't gonna never take you seriously if you don't.
Right.
That's all. So, shout out to Mr. Charles Carr. Shout out to Miles Mulrain. There it is. And shout out to the love doctor, Javon Jones. You know, for coming in and blessing us with some of that knowledge to add on with the affirmations that Baby put together and my little 2 cents. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So, you're going to have to look at the comments while I do this piece. Tonight, first of all, who's on?
It ain't telling me nothing from this, baby.
Why?
You gotta see it from yours because it ain't showing me nothing. You looking.
You sure? I mean, I know you're sure.
You looking at the same thing I'm looking at.
I just wanted to make sure. All right, so we'll get to the, hey, how you doing and who's who and what's doing what, okay? I just wanted to get to that point in our show where, you know, at least we can acknowledge some people. But it's all good, all right? Because you know who you is. Right. I'm in the middle of something. All right, so I'll go backwards and I'll get her done. What I wanted to say about what we're doing tonight. What are we talking about tonight? So tonight, we're talking about opening Pandora's box. I'm not talking about a Pandora bracelet. Okay? I'm talking about the old Pandora's box. So let me see. I was supposed to have this information available, but I didn't get a chance to have it ready. But the definition, it says a Pandora box is a process that generates many complicated problems as the result of unwise interference in something. Okay, very good. All right. So I just wanted to make sure we were clear on what Pandora's box is. We hear it, you know, you say it, but do you really know?
Repeat that one more time.
What I will. Okay. You know, do you really know? Like, cause like I said, I know sometimes I might say something and I don't really fully understand what it is, that other than just what I've heard it being associated with. Okay, certain words, but for the people in the bike,
okay,
a process that generates many complicated problems as the result of unwise interference in something. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So it's from the Greek mythology, a box that Zeus gave to Pandora with instructions that she not open it.
She opened that mouth.
She gave in to her curiosity and opened it. All the miseries and evils flew out to afflict mankind. Okay?
We ain't going that deep with it.
Well, I'm just saying, that's what happened.
Okay.
With all this chaos, all this is a result of Pandora's box being open. You know, I guess it's probably the equivalence to Eve eating the apple. Right.
Everybody has this.
Everybody got their origin of whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, we just won't listen. Absolutely. Okay. So I got it up. What's good, Nikki, Danielle, Jessica, Chris, Candace, Aisha.
Ooh.
Okay. I always like to. Absolutely. What's good? What's good? What's good? Simples, Natasha Jackson. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. You right, Candace. We just won't listen. We just won't be great.
Well, I won't say y'all won't listen. Y'all just real inquisitive about the things that y'all don't need to be inquisitive about.
You telling me don't open it, but you gonna give it to me. So what you want me to do with it? I'm just saying. Okay, very good. All right.
Sit there and look at it.
Okay. I don't know about that.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So?
Okay. So I just posted a question as an opening to the topic. If you gave your mate permission to have a side piece, do you think they would be reluctant to take advantage of it?
Well, this is like a trick question. This is like a trick question.
Now, I did not say your man. I did not say your woman.
You said your mate.
I said your mate. So this applies
to everybody.
It could go
either way.
Either way. Okay. So, keep that open mind.
All right. So, baby. What say ye?
What say ye? If I were to talk about our dynamics, and how, you know, our level of understanding and ultimately our foundation, I would probably say I wouldn't be reluctant. I may take advantage of it. Okay. But if we weren't as stable, you know, if our foundation wasn't stable, I would be reluctant. Like, it would be like a setup. Like, for me, it'd be like, oh, you trying to set me up to see if I'm even thinking about entertaining another man, you know? And so I would. I mean, and even though we have a solid foundation and everything, and I know that we have open dialogue about a plethora of topics and you know, everything, I still would be like, okay, so what are the stipulations? Are there stipulations? You know, I'm gonna have to ask those unspoken questions. Well, you know, put that out there, because I would be worried that we don't have all our bases covered.
Well, all right. Before I get that, I just missed this comment from one of our viewers. He was talking about black on black crime. Before I go there, I'm gonna jump back to this real quick. So he says, black on black crime, not a narrative. That's something the media created. People killing their own communities. We have to change that narrative. That's one. We only are products of the system, not for us to succeed. And yes, we have self-accountability, but you have to remember, we lack so much education, economics, resources, and most of our communities are bleeding grounds for the homeless. So I don't know if we lack the resources. They're there. They are there. I mean, I don't know.
We lack the access to said resources.
Now, I mean, yes, I guess. I guess.
Yes.
I mean,
that's a big part.
My whole point is, if we are, I guess, so I can get that out of my mind the way I need to. We are in an instant, we're in an instant society where information is at our fingertip at a moment's notice. We got Google, we got all these search engines to understand exactly the things we need to understand.
Okay.
You know, even most of the laws are public documents, correct? You can go open it, read it, and try to understand it the best way you can.
Okay.
Right? Those are resources of understanding that we may or may not take advantage of that are at our fingertips. So I can't necessarily say yes or no when you can just go on Google and find out everything you need to find out about what you need to find out about. If you need to figure out how to get a loan, how to write a loan, it's there. Now, do we educate ourselves enough, or are we lazy about going the extra mile to figure out what we need to figure out to get the affordable resource that we're looking for in our current situation, depending on what the situation may be? Are we going to lean on that crutch?
you know, I mean, I know there's white privilege out there and all this other little stuff out there, but there's still stuff we could do to educate our own selves. That's part of holding ourselves accountable. I can't lean on that so tough, but I do understand the message that he's saying. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm not gonna take away from the message. It was a good message, brother, but I'm a teeter-totter on this resources thing when I know there's other ways.
Well, like I said, and then we'll go back to the actual topic. The resources, yes, although he wasn't very specific, he's speaking in general. No, we don't have all of the resources available to us. It's not. We already know systematically it is not fair. The playing field is not leveled. And so, with that being said, yes, there are resources. However, as he also mentioned, if you don't have the proper education, that means you don't exactly have the know-how, because many communities, they are a ground for hopelessness. They do breed that. Why? Because if you're looking at where you are and nobody is teaching you, you go to school, you already don't understand, you're victim of your circumstances or whatever the situation is, you're not always going to be asking the right questions. And if you're not thinking that you can ask the wrong question to get the right question, because that's not how you've been taught, it puts you in a very sticky situation. Like we talked about a little earlier. There's this gray area. It's not black and it's not white. There's a lot of gray. Now, what I would implore, and that's back to what we was talking about, I said in the beginning, there are things we need to be doing as follow-ups to all of this as an end result. And some of the follow-ups are, we need to be going into these communities. Mm-hmm. We need to be reactivating a lot of these neighborhood programs and things like that. And in those programs, those are things that we need to be educating our communities. I don't care if it's 3 people that show up. Don't give up. Talk about the credit. Talk about the resources. Talk about the things that you've learned and you've been educated on. And then you put that out there and you start teaching so that we can change the narrative. Go to the schools. Get these programs to go out here to these high school kids while they're in school, because those are the things that we didn't get while we were in school. We didn't learn a lot of this stuff till we got to the trial and error. All right, so enough of that.
All right, I just had to address that. That was great.
Yeah. Okay, very good. All right, so she can't have a side piece, but she can smash if she horny and really find someone attractive. I support her.
Well, here's the thing.
Now she can speak for herself if she want a side piece.
Hey, listen. Don't judge this another man's household. You putting them on the spot a little bit, and you gonna eat your cake and move on. So
and it may finna eat the cake.
Hey now.
My bad.
All I'm gonna say is, for me, will I take advantage or be reluctant to take advantage of? Woo! Yeah, I would. I'll look at you, baby, and I say, are you sure? I'll make sure I have all total, because I don't want to be immunity in this situation. But I think my issue would be,
you ain't even hesitate, y'all.
I think my issue would be, well, the more you create this bond with this other person, right? There's emotions that may develop.
Right.
And then now I got to deal with the emotional ties. Behind that. You know what I'm saying? Can you have sex with somebody or chill with somebody or spend time with somebody and not develop a bond to the magnitude to say you may love them? Because you can be a side piece for however long. Can you love 2 people?
Right.
Can you be in love with two people? I don't know. Can you?
I don't know.
That's where I'm at, because it's like this, you know what I mean? Because we had a show a while back where if you did have a side piece, why can't they pay some of the motherfucking bills? You feel me? You live with me, we working nice and hard, and then you need some money, some extra money, baby. Can I go to the side cat? That's what he there for.
Okay.
Keep him, save the main piece. Save the main piece for some of this struggle. Because side Negroes are winning. They get all the amenities, they get the food, they get the loving. They don't even get the bounce back. I mean the arguments, they just get the good time.
Right.
And then they roll on out. You know, like a thief in the night. Like a thief in the night. As soon as the sign of trouble come, well, baby, I'm out the door. You take care of yourself. You take care of yourself. And call me when you need me next time. Like what was that song? Call me when you need someone to talk to. Call me. Satisfaction guaranteed. Call me. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Oh,
Hey,
man.
you ain't got no, you on your own dog. No, I'm just playing.
No, man. But
I'm trying to get my thing to
so with the side piece thing is how do you feel about that, baby? How do you feel about having a side piece? Let's say in our situation, because we can only talk about our household in some circumstances, can you I allow you to have a side piece? How does that look for you? How does that look to you? You know, walk us through that journey. I'm trying to blaze and walk us through that journey.
I mean, if indeed, you know, I were to have a side person, another person in my life, you know, they would definitely be of add value. They would supplement areas that, you know, just basically just add value. Because I don't want to just necessarily say they would supplement. They would just be of added value. As you said, you know, if I need something, then instead of, and I know, not that you can't do it, but they may be able to take care of it or whatever, you know, then it'll just get done. But not just that, I would, you know, I would care for them. I would love them. I would, you know, because I feel like anytime you spend a significant period of time with a person, you eventually begin to establish some type of a rapport or emotions.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm two gentlemen. So they can smash, but no relationship.
Right.
Isn't smashing a relationship if you're doing it on a consistent basis? It may not be the relationship, but it's a fucking relationship. You know, I'm just making up words. You know what I'm saying?
I think, you know, you actually can
I mean,
establish something.
I mean, we talked about exclusivity,
right,
and what it means to whatever the situation may be, right? You can strictly be fucking and exclusively have sex with each other. You can strictly be on an emotional tie. You can separate these things, these different things, right? Mm-hmm. Then they are their own relationships within each separate thing.
Yeah.
Just a thought. And then what happens, fellas, because we're going to keep it 100. Since you saying they can smash, but no relationship, what happens, they smash. Then you smash, but she calls that person's name.
Huh? In the heat of the moment?
In the heat of the moment. They just a smashery, but they might have hit the spot. that you may not have ever hit. Now what? Fellas, let's come clean. Is it still okay for them to keep smashing?
Wait, that they call his name what? Y'all?
Right.
In the midst of
Because
y'all.
all that is the fuck relationship. You know what I'm saying?
But you are saying y'all
Y'all
doing it together.
Y'all no,
And
they
then-
smashed,
Okay.
right? Because they're allowed to do that. Because they're allowed to have a smash session with no relationship.
Okay.
But now you two are back in the cold, merging and getting that oneness on, and the slip of the tongue be the other man's name. Because they're allowed to smash.
Okay.
So
you done called out
you
the other person's name while y'all engaging in.
Yeah, while y'all engaged. But see, it's not a relationship. Y'all just a smash a race.
That's irrelevant. I just want to be clear that we engaging.
We engaging.
And you call out another woman's name.
Oh Lord Jesus. But I'm just saying.
You call out the other woman's name.
But it's just a smash relationship.
Stop. Don't try to smooth it out now. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. So y'all okay with that? Or no?
You gotta be. You allow them to smash.
That's why you don't say names during sex.
Oh, you gotta be very judicious about what you
Just saying, why are you saying their name? Why are you saying names? Anyway. Ooh, Tony. Huh? Oh, Candace. What?
Hey, listen. Okay. Not the same person. So they can't just keep fucking the same person. Excuse my language. Oh Lord. So wait. So let me get this straight. So you rather your significant other just go from dude to dude? You know what I'm saying? Like go from dude to dude because they don't need to be familiar?
Who's your daddy?
That's all they got.
Buddha, that means you're an amateur.
Who, me?
No, you Buddha, ain't you?
I'm amateur at what?
If you saying that, if you calling out people's other, you
All
calling
right, first
out.
of all, hold on. Okay, maybe I'm an amateur then. I'll be that. But sometimes it gets good to you, like how Teddy Pendergrass said. You know what I'm saying? It gets good to you, and you slip up.
Okay.
So like, who don't want to hear that? Like, if you in a relationship, right, and y'all doing this thing, right? Who don't want to hear the other person's name? You want to make sure you put a stamp on that thing, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm asking the question because sometimes lines can get blurred.
Okay.
I've been in situations where they called my name and they didn't mean to. You know what I'm saying? Well, we here now.
What other types of Pandora boxes can be opened? I would say, when you have outside influence and not just exclusively about, it could be the same sex. You're talking to your boy about your girl, and then your boy start looking at your girl a little he's a little sweet on your girl, like, cause you done said the wrong thing a time or two, but then now he your boy, so he know you ain't holding it down completely, being transparent at home, and then like you calling the backdoor Charlie come in and help be a part of the debauchery of dismantling.
Slow down. Whoa, Kiyosaki. You done mentioned somebody that in bro code, he needs to be out. Backdoor Charlies do not. Oh my goodness! If you are one of these guys who are a backdoor Charlie, listen.
So it's his fault he's a backdoor Charlie, or your fault for telling your business?
It's his fault.
Oh, okay.
Because it's supposed to be motherfucking loyalty amongst the fellas.
Okay.
Honor amongst thieves, as they say. It's, you know, like, come on now. I'm not saying, like, if y'all in that type of relationship, that openness type of relationship where it's okay for your friends to, you know, sample the goods,
Right.
by all means, go for it.
Right.
But if you doing this thing deliberately to get this woman while stabbing your friend in the back, that is backdoor Charlie. Like you say, hey man, I'm feeling your girl. Can I?
But who's bold enough?
Well, if y'all friends, y'all should be able to have that conversation.
Okay.
You should, if y'all in that type of environment, and if y'all in that arena. Yeah, how about that? You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, you know. So that's why I'm, you know. So with that, now you have opened up the box to the loyalty may be
My point.
loyal or not.
He said it right.
You've opened the door.
You don't smash your boy girl unless he asks you to. It's been situations.
We don't even want to go there.
Not in my recent, but it's been situations. Okay, I'm sorry.
Walk around it.
Well, there was a song back in the day when I used to listen to Two Live Crew, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was called The Pussy Caper. And it happened exactly like that. He had his homeboy in the bathroom on standby. He cut off all the lights. He went in first. He pulled out, went to the bathroom, tagged, you're in.
That right there is nasty. Number one.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying because she needs to be fully aware of what's going on, not you doing some old dog.
That's why it's called a caper. I listened to this. This ain't me.
It's a dog ass things. Okay, just ratchetness. Anyway, but do you think by opening the door, having the conversation with your friend girl or your homeboy, you know, do you think you are opening that Pandora's box to creating?
I mean, it could be a good or bad thing.
Right.
I mean, the good part about it is you can tap into something that you never knew was there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody you can tap into something that you never knew was there. Like you could have been all your life could have been like that cheater, right?
Right.
You could have been the guy that cheated on your woman, and then she opens up the door for you to be able to have somebody else and not having to lie or be dishonest about it, which could create a new level of trust between you and your woman.
But now, let's just say that you're in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
full-blown relationship, marriage relationship.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, you're not getting all your needs met.
Uh-oh.
And so you begin to engage in conversation with random outside people,
Okay.
man or woman. And so this now is happening over, it's a build-up that you are actually now engaging in conversations behind your mate's back. They may or you may say, I'm talking to my friend, you know, and if they're not really focused or really like, what friend, who friend, you know, and they're just letting you live, be great, they're not going to know that this is not just one of the friends that you know. This is somebody they knew that they're calling a friend.
Mm.
So now herein lies 3 months, 4 months later, you have the person, the man or the woman, you have now engaged in a full-blown situationship. and you starting to think, dang, I think I love him. Dang, I think I love her. Because that person is appeasing your neglected love language.
Ooh.
So, do you think that is a means of opening Pandora's box by having these outside, what intended to be small, just hey, random conversation now has become a consistent thing?
So,
what say ye?
Somebody asks us a question. He says, is that random conversation part of your agreement with your partner?
No, you cheating. Ultimately, you're cheating. And the reason why I say you're cheating is because your partner don't know the truth about said conversation. Because you're saying to your partner, oh, it ain't nothing. We just, I was just talking to my friend. Nah. So now you technically are being dishonest about the actual true magnitude of said engagement with said friend. So no, it's not the agreement. But then, time out. You may actually tell your partner a little bit. Because you know those loopholes, right?
Oh, the loopholes.
The loophole is, yes, you can engage with the opposite sex on a platonic level, but you're not saying on a platonic level. Because, it should be implied that it's on a platonic level. And if anything is exceeding the platonicness, the platonicnery, making up words like you did, then said couples need to go back to the table and renegotiate or, reestablish boundaries or, a friendly reminder, boundaries that may or may not have been set.
Oh.
So where is the thumbs down?
Thumbs down, but
no, don't hit the mad face. Don't do that. don't hit the bad face. Whatever you do,
I can see where that. I can see where a guy or a girl could get caught down that rabbit hole.
And it's never a good situation, right? And it's not even that they're your side piece. They are just what was intended to be random conversations every now and then has become a regular check-in conversation to the point where you know about when they going on vacation, how much they paying for their vacation, who they going with. You know that they got to, don't forget, you reminding them, don't forget to put in your time at work because you got your vacation and you need to make sure you got your day. Like, you are now beginning to engage in beyond platonic level conversations.
But my thing is this, right?
But then you open the Pandora's box.
But my thing is this. Two people open the Pandora's box. The person who walked through the door and the person who opened the door.
Well, they're going to come in the door if they're invited.
No. See, here's the thing. You thinking that the person that they're pursuing is the person who opened the door or who's walking through the door. The person who opened the door is the mate who allowed them to go seek something else.
Not seek.
Or seek, or whatever. Because if you allow a person to have a side piece.
But they're not your side piece yet.
However. So if it ain't your side piece and you look and you out there talking, that's seeking.
But if you can engage with a person of opposite sex without there being any intentions behind that.
I understand, but once again,
you're a grown individual, so I don't have to give permission to be able to talk to other people. But I would recommend and I would like for you to understand that we're in a relationship.
And you may very well be right.
But and at the same time,
baby,
to engage in conversations with the opposite sex,
baby,
I'm not gonna make a big deal about that,
baby. All I'm saying is, at the beginning part of this opening the Pandora's box, you said side piece.
That was one.
So you allow it.
That's one.
That's where we at.
No, where I'm at now is not what I said.
Well,
that's
if you open that door,
you going back to the side piece part. Okay.
Gotcha. Because that's just truly what it is. If you engaging in this conversation,
you're not a side piece just because you're engaging in conversations.
Okay, then what are you then?
You just I said, you start communicating with a random individual.
Okay, so
communicating just because you are lacking one of your love languages.
So my question is, how do you become a side piece?
Okay, but when you cross, okay. Now you're not hearing me.
I'm hearing you.
I said you are now You're basically transitioning when the conversations are now. It's 3 months, 4 months later. That's now you teeter-tottering in the situationship. Instead, you intended that this was, hey, I just want to have somebody to casually conversate with back and forth, or I'll talk to this person. You just start talking to random people. But then, I kind of like this person. Like, okay, I like this person a little bit more than I like talking to these other people. I'm engaging more and more.
So that's an issue for you.
It can become an issue because although you have free range to be in conversation, not on that level, but you can talk to other women without it being a jealousy or an issue.
So I'm saying is,
but when you decide to transition, and not me, y'all, but I'm just saying, and the woman is not a part of the. So
we got to dictate conversations now. Is there got to be a dictation of conversations?
It doesn't. I don't think that, but I know that as
I'm just asking.
Grown ups know that they are not doing what they supposed to be doing, or they know they're going too far. So sometimes you get caught up. I get it. Yeah, okay. But at the same time, you know damn well when you start sending pictures, sending videos, and hey, baby, saying all that little stuff that you really should be saying to your man or your woman. When you start engaging in those kind of conversations with said person, you have now taken yourself on a slippery slope into you creating a whole nother relationship that your mate probably have no clear idea that you got going on.
Oh, okay.
So now
you open Pandora's box.
You done open the Pandora's box to there being an issue because when said mate may or may not find out, or things may go too far in that situation, that escalated situationship. Now that person is coming around, being a little extra friendly. Your mate looking like, something going on, because things looking a little strange. You know what I'm saying? It's a little strange things happening in the atmosphere. So then you now have to ask the question, that I missed the memo type kind of conversation, or if you don't, it depends on y'all dynamics or what you believe in and whatever, you now have created the opportunity for your mate to become aggressive.
It shouldn't become aggressive anyway.
Not physically.
Aggressive any type of way.
You know what I'm saying? People get verbally aggressive. What the fuck is going on here?
I got what you're saying, but my point is, if you allow a person to have that conversation, right, then that's just part of that's part of it.
Okay.
That's part of it. Because why you laughing? That's gonna happen. It could happen. I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen.
Right.
It could happen. So now, who you gonna be mad at if they get caught up? They get caught up in that slippery slope.
But again, this is the opportunity for you all to be revisiting your parameters, your established parameters. If you have the luxury of having
Opportunities to have conversations.
opportunities to have said conversations with the opposite sex. If you, in your relationship, you have the luxury, because not all relationships are created equal.
You're right.
Okay.
Some people
So
can't even
you
look at
are
people.
afforded the opportunity to have this luxury. Hold on to it.
Don't abuse it. You said?
Don't let your greatness get you beat down. Okay.
Beat down. Like karate size.
Like
karate size they ass.
Pulverized. Hiya! You know what I'm saying? Okay?
Hey.
Just saying. Alright. Any conversation between the opposite sex when you are in a relationship is suspect.
My point exactly.
Any conversation.
My point exactly.
Now, what's your point?
He made it.
Well, what
So-
you said?
I said that if you are allowing a person to have that conversation outside of you, if you saying, okay, they got the luxury to do that, it's suspect.
Yeah, but no, you engaging, it's not that you...
I mean, you gave him permission.
No, but you know
You
how...
gave that person
you need
permission.
to know, you have to have a level of discernment. Because
He don't have one. Lord.
don't have the conversation.
He don't have the luxury.
Oh, he ain't got the apps. Okay. And there it is. That's what I'm saying. For those that do have that
Hold on.
luxury.
So hold on now. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna turn this a little bit away from the luxury and not luxury. Let's say you and your mate engage in y'all first threesome.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's say y'all, you know what? It's a special night. I'm gonna give you what you've always wanted, baby. Bam. He sampled something else. That's opening Pandora's box.
It can if you don't have a solid foundation.
My point exactly. It's no different than having that conversation. It's on the same playing field. Now, voila, he done sampled something different from you while with you. All of a sudden, he may have sampled it without you.
But see, that's a dog A. That a dog A in.
So if a person, okay, somebody asks a question.
So she had permission, is it still suspect? No, that's what I'm saying. It's not, it becomes suspect when it begins to, when it transitions from platonic
To, I want to.
regular, ordinary, old, everyday conversation that you would have with any random person, okay? Because you know the difference in the conversation. Because that's why I gave the example earlier. You done went from, hey, there, good talk to you, ain't talk to you in a minute. Okay, yeah, to, hey, baby, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been missing you, I ain't talked to you in like 2 days. Like, goddamn, you can't talk for 2 days and then you ain't missing. Let me see them pretty brown eyes. Or, hey, baby, you know what I'm saying?
First of all, that person who said that ain't did nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? They just compliment another woman. They can't compliment another woman?
Okay.
They can't. I mean, exactly.
I'm going to eat my cake.
Okay. All I'm saying is, if the person is having permission, no, it's not suspect because they got permission. In my opinion.
Again.
That's
your opinion.
This is my opinion. It ain't
Because
suspect.
he the loophole man.
I'm not loopholing. The key word here is permission.
Yes, you have permission. You have the luxury. You have an opportunity to engage in conversations with other women. However, that line, should not be crossed
without
without revisiting it, which said make that extended the opportunity to have this luxury.
I mean, like, okay, you said what line should not be crossed? The actual act of fucking? Or taking them out on a date?
See, there's not that you taking them on a date, but do your mate know that things have escalated to being taken to date mode?
Well, I mean,
because just being random conversations, periodically you talk to a broad here and there, or you talk to a dude here and there, and then now you getting to ain't no tomato. Now you getting to the point where y'all like setting up, making plans to go on a date when you spending household monies.
You alright? That's why I say side pieces need to put in on this.
I'm just saying.
Hey, listen, they got to pay a phone bill, something.
That's.
I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is.
Well, see, my whole point, like, go back to this exclusivity thing, because somebody mentioned emotional. Like, so, at the end of the day, it's not always a physical act of sex, right? It could be being there for them emotionally, right? Mm-hmm. That's just as debilitating and crippling to a relationship as the physical. Most people can get over a physical act a lot quicker than they can get over an emotional situation. Because, as I always say, if you got the steering wheel on somebody's forehead, they ain't going nowhere for a long time. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going nowhere. I mean, that's what it is. Because you're going to be committed. You're always going to be up there. I mean, that's what happens.
Okay.
I'm just talking.
I'm just saying. Okay.
What you got, baby?
That's all I got. All right, I'm just saying, like, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, be sure that when you open up Pandora's box, that you are prepared for those type of things that, you know, could potentially come about. And if you feeling it, say again, Corn. If you feeling it in your spirit, okay, deep down in the pits of your spirits, okay, that things are not acting normal to you, you need to revisit. It's time to revisit said luxuries that have the parameters of said luxuries that's been established. And that's just in a relationship. You know, Pandora box can extend to above and beyond just the relationship.
It could be a financial thing. Like, like we saying, you can't pay a bill. Now you open up the door for somebody to think your own man is inadequate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Yeah, because I know I saw that post the other day about, I don't know who posted it, was it you? About if your mate didn't have the money, would you ask your ex? Your ex give you the money, but you asked your man, he couldn't provide it, but you needed it, so you go and now you ask your ex, and the ex
you fly through that thing.
Came on up through that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that can create a mentality that you are inadequate, or it gives and it gives him or her the thought, the inclination that they got you. They got something to dangle over your head. So be mindful of those things that you open up the Pandora's box to in your life, period. You know, saying you got all this money out here faking it, and then somebody come bush you across your head to find out you broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, you flossing, you riding in the big whip, and you know what I'm saying? But then you go home, you stay in the rooming house. You park your car at the
Walmart. The Walmart.
One of them little storage places and Uber back to your rooming house, you know. But when you go hang out, you always, you know, stunting. And you go take the girls, y'all stay at the hotel, so she'll never know. I'm just saying, like, those things that people be doing, you know, that you creating more than what it really is, and you shouldn't do that. And then you get found out, and now you know, yes, in your mind, you don't care because you've been smashed.
It goes back to accountability, baby. It goes back. You got to be accountable, and you got to communicate, and you got to have a level of transparency. All the things we talk about on this show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Simple Squad, we're gonna sign off. You got everything ready to rock and roll? We appreciate you all coming through. You know how to find us, www.bootandbaby.com. We're on all the platforms, Facebook, IG, Twitter, you name it. Okay? We'll see you next week, same time, same energy. Yeah, baby.